jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out that mo. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.
WC is back on the boulevard. Once again, salute to the supporters. Once again, I say salute to the supporters. Big shout out to you who tune into the channel and get the notifications and do what you do. I appreciate you. Appreciate your real talk for everything you do. You know what I'm saying? Those who donate to the channel, will be Cash App or to Super Chat. Much appreciated. One love to everybody. Let's get down to it. I'm going to provide you all with a brief summation. I'm not going to take real long on this. It's a reason why I'm doing a live stream on this, because, you know, I'm a thinker. You know, I try to think while I still have the capabilities to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember a time where, you know, on Facebook, it was much heavier than YouTube. So on Facebook, you had Facebook groups that were frequent, and they used to be heavy. Like Facebook groups used to be heavy, dog. Like you used to have what you see on the YTC. That was pretty much playing out at the OK Corral on Facebook. So I remember, you know, running to I.O.T.B.A, and this is not even this is not even a video to bash the dude or anything, even though he don't talk so crazy about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not even a bashing. I'm giving you a scenario, as you know, to say what could have been, right? So, you know, he had a group over there, and you would think, as much as he proclaimed to talk boxing back in the day, scrolling up his articles, what do I see and all this, Mr. 214, you would think that the group would be all about talking boxing. But if you were a group member who came over there and didn't pretty much go along with the topic or the boxer that he wanted, you know, they were pretty much all freaking, you know, be encouraged to gang up on it. Just like over here on the YouTube, they would be encouraged to group up and basically try to bully you on the Facebook group because you wasn't supporting the fighter that was the favorites. You know, if you want to Spence fanatic and all this shit, right? So, you know, I was able to witness a lot of stuff to play out, a lot of back and forth, you know, debate, so to speak. It wasn't even debates. It was a lot of this shit was arguments with people that was going back and forth with I.O.T.B.A and all that. And listen, when you have a personality that people gravitate to, whether it's good or bad, in this particular era of social media, it's not considered, you know, a minus, so to speak. Like, you know, you can actually have people tune in to you if you can consistently give them a reason to come and check you out. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people back then was gravitating to the 214 and all that because he had links to Errol Spence, but yet he had his own personality, right? So it got down to the point, man, he was just getting into it with all these people, but he had his little fanboy club that used to be around him and shit. and because he was linked up to Spence back then. So he talked about Spence all the time, just like Skip Mark used to talk about Haney. And you couldn't say nothing bad about Spence, man. And it was good to see two brothers. Real talk. It was good to see two brothers, actually had some type of connection, even though the lines were very thin. They had some type of connection where it was trust. You know what I'm saying? To a point, it was trust. It was trust enough that he was close to the camp and was able to have a connection with Spence. You know what I'm saying? Back then, Spence was, in my opinion, back then Spence was way more popular, in my opinion, than he is now. Seriously, that's just me, right? So, being a content creator, he wasn't even a content creator. Correa wasn't even a content creator back then. He was just a guy that was connected to Spence in Texas that did YouTube shit. I mean, did Facebook shit. And he would always rub people the wrong way. He'd talk his shit and all that. So moving to full circle, right? It got to a point where if you are connected to one of the hottest boxers that people think that's going on, over there in Texas, and you're linking up with a Texas native, and you have people around you because you actually have connections to Errol Spence Jr. He actually had connections to Errol Spence Jr., right? He had legitimate, true, authenticated, certified official connection to Errol Spence Jr. And at that time, not too many people can say they had a connection to Errol Spence Jr. than I.O.T.B.A. He had it. Look, I was over there. I used to try to help the nigga out. Write a little articles here and there, but this group wasn't about that. Them niggas was over there just to argue and just goddamn just go back and forth with one another. It was just so many backstories. I'm not over here to go into pointless backstories of beef. It's just too many of them to talk about that was going on over there. But moving forward, it was getting down to him really branching out. And everybody started talking about, oh man, he got a hometown fight. You know what I'm saying? He got a hometown fight. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that Correa was talking about the fight that was gonna be in Texas. And if y'all remember, if you go back into your mental Rolodex now, you go back to your mental Rolodex, is that when he fought Kell Brook, it was in Sheffield, all right? And then he fought Lamont Peterson. That shit was at the Barclays, but it wasn't at home yet. He hasn't been able to come home to Texas. Texas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Texas. He was headed down to Texas since winning the title. That was a big freaking deal, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a big freaking deal. They didn't really care who he was fighting, but Spence was headed to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Since winning the title, he had fought Lamont Peterson. So within that same year, he came to the Ford Center at the Star Frisco. And this would be his first fight back at home since winning the IBF World Championship. Man, everybody was talking about that shit back then. Man, Spence coming back home to Texas, this shit gonna be lit. So I'm like, being one of those people that was trying to expand my media presence, like I have done up to this point, me and my son took a little drive. We took a little drive up the highway to Frisco, Texas. Man, we drove all the way from the A up to Texas, shawty. All the way up to Texas, shawty. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to Texas. Now, at that time, me and Correa actually had one another's number. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to try to get it. I thought motherfuckers, into boxing or whatever. But these dudes into freaking grouping up and and goddamn having this community of people that supporting one fighter and clicking up and shit. That was just never me. You know what I'm saying? That was just never me. But I got familiar with some of the niggas that used to be in the community, right? So get up to Texas, man. I was going up to Texas, it's like, yeah, man, I'm coming up there, I'm check up the fight, this, that, and the other. And then there's a cat that I used to serve with, a couple of them. They said they was gonna be at the fight up in there. I said, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then a bunch of YouTube cats that I really weren't familiar with, they say they was going, right? So in the process of going up to Texas and getting there, like I said, I'm out there with my son. I'm chilling. I'm in high rise and shit. Man, we having fun downtown. So I don't know what was on the plate or what was on the schedule with these other dudes that was with Corey, but I felt like still to this day, word was out like, okay, when you get there, this is how I do it. When you get there, you just let somebody know, okay, I just got off the road from driving damn 12 hours, leaving early in the morning. You get there, boom, check in and everything, and you chilling. Then the next day, I was up there on my own accord, pro bono. I'm up there on my own wheels. So I said, hey, what y'all got going on? The y'all is these individuals that were supposed to be up there too, that was from the group, the Stephen Popes, the Kwame East, what I'm saying, all these other cats that's supposed to be up there. I can't tell you all of them, but when the next day hit, I got a phone call say, hey man, what you up to, this, that, and that. I said, I'm chilling, this, that, and that. Where y'all gonna eat lunch at? And they say, oh, we supposed to go here. We might go here a little bit later on. I said, all right, cool. And then they say, hey, so-and-so said, when you come in here and get your shirt? I said, come in here and get my shirt. What do you mean? Nobody talked to me about getting nothing. What are you talking about, get a shirt? Yeah, all those gonna be wearing a shirt. I said, no. Hold up. Who making them plans? Who making those plans? I mean, I don't know what plan that was, but I never said I was driving 12 hours, coming here and wear no goddamn shirt. So that particular person, I'm gonna leave him anonymous. If you heard the first two names, they sit up there. I guess they went back. Correct. Welcome, as boy say he ain't coming up here to get a shirt. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, it seemed like I.O.T.B.A was feeling some type of way because he expect me to come over there and get a shirt and check in with him. I could bullshit you not. He thought it was up to me to come over there and check in. Like I.O.T.B.A could be my little brother, dog. For real. Like, come on, dog. Like, I'm driving all this way and I got family with me. And somehow he's telling this dude, he need to come in here and get a shirt. I said, that wasn't in no itinerary of mine, to put no shirt on or anything like that. So stuff started to go left. And I really didn't know these niggas like that. But all I knew is, it was good that, I.O.T.B.A is locked in the team Spence. And he was going to have the opportunity to be a part of something special with him having his first title fight back at the crib. So these individuals I'm supposed to be talking to, man, they went Operation Blackout. I couldn't get in contact with them no more or whatever, right? I couldn't get in contact with them no more. Hey, they got the orders, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got the orders. I'll say, okay. Nobody's picking up no more. I got it. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second, y'all. So I guess I didn't receive, they had received the talking about because so I went up there. I was gonna get me and my son something to eat. I went up there and I called and I said, "Hey man, I'm up so and so," because they said that this person said they was gonna be up there. No one showed up at the table. Nothing. Now look, I can't make this up. I just think it's fitting right now because this is epic. This is epic. If I.O.T.B.A. would have played his cards right, he could have been a part of this in Vegas. He could have, man. I.O.T.B.A. could have been something special with Team Spence. He could have fitted in. He could have did what no other content creator would potentially be able to do. He would have been a part of something before the fame, during the fame. You know what I'm saying? He would have been a part of history. Undisputed if he would have played his cards right. So I'm at the restaurant and these niggas, then none of them showed up. I said, okay, cool. I ate my shit. You know what I'm saying? Sipped a little bit. Sipped on some freaking goddamn lemonade. Got my son's food. So I happen to look around. I see a table full of niggas with B.E.T.R.A.Y.A.L there sitting right 20 feet from me. Them niggas had to see me. And look, when you look at a table and nobody's looking your way, I say, damn, all them niggas back there. Look, all them niggas back there, right? And they are all under control of one dude. Like they was all sitting right there behind me. Them niggas snuck in and went to the freaking went to the right or whatever they did and goddamn sat at the table all to themselves. I said, okay, cool. So I got my food, I left. All right, cool. No doubt about it. So I end up going to the arena. I ain't gonna lie to you. When you're talking about some Texas stallions, man, I ain't never seen so many freaking stallions up there. I mean, it was so many black people up there, so many women. I mean, Texas, like they've been eating that Canelo beef, you know, with a side of scrimp. You know what I'm saying? The potatoes, they was full with them carbs. And I said, damn, this shit gonna be lit. So went in there, man, it was packed out, bro. That's unbeknownst to me that Jerry Jones had bought the place out. But anyway, you know, I'm looking at the building. I see the Charlos, I see Adrian Broner. Man, I'm seeing damn near a lot of boxers in there, right? And then I seen some other freaking content creators that I know today, but I didn't really know back then, right? So moving past everything else, you know, it gets to the point where we push through the undercard and we get to a point where Errol Spence about to walk out. So if you remember, he's fighting Carlos Ocampo. Ocampo came out, man, looked like a lost puppy. You know what I'm saying? He was just part of something special. When you're talking about grabbing from the bottom of the barrel, no one knew who Carlos Ocampo was, and they didn't care. Boom. It was freaking lit. Then, you know, he starts his ring walk, and I'm looking at the people that's with Spence. You know, that's when Yellow Beezy did that pass. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The Yellow Beezy. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna get paid for the song, so I'm not gonna sit up here and serenade y'all with that shit. But then I saw I.O.T.B.A. walk out. I said, if you are connected to a fighter with this popularity and you ain't good with him, then that's the spot that you want. Just like I told YSM. YSM is in that spot right now. You know what I'm saying? He is, and salute to him. He's in the spot. He's in the spot. But the difference between, and I have to use YSM as a freaking example because he doesn't have the personality of the B.E.T.R.A.Y.A at that time, but he understands the workload and how to continue to put his fighter out there. Real talk. That's genuine shit. He knows how to get the content and put boots out there. See, that's what B.E.T.R.A.Y refused to do. B.E.T.R.A.Y did not have the maturity to do that. He didn't. He had the ultimate spot. When he walked out, Yellow Beezy and all them, man, a lot of niggas was like, hey, you couldn't tell B.E.T.R.A.Y shit, man. A lot of niggas said, oh shit. Damn, Errol Spence out, Yellow Beezy, and B.E.T.R.A.Y walking out with him. Not many people can do that shit. But at the time, I.O.T.B.A. wasn't mature enough at all. He never would be mature enough to hold down a spot that he could have had July 29th. He could have had the ultimate spot, people. He could have had the ultimate spot. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence even It was on record as taken up for him when a certain content creator or content creators was trying to come at him. He was taken up for him. That's loyalty. That's real man shit right there. Like Errol Spence actually had trust. He had respect for what Correa was doing because all he did was mention freaking Spence. Everybody, he can beat everybody. Nobody can beat Spence. That's what was going on back then in the Facebook days. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can beat Spence. Spence can do this. Spence can do that. He'll beat anybody. He can beat this. He can beat that. Thurman. He don't want, you know what I mean? It was just constant talk all the time. And I get it. Right? So, in the meantime, unbeknownst or, unimportant to me, that there was other internal issues that was going on in Texas. You know what I'm saying? When you're that close to a fighter of the how you put it, of the caliber of Spence at the time when he was growing, and he got that tag on him, a lot of people are gonna cut. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna just come just to be next to you. They're gonna try to come for your spy. And I would think, coming from Texas, that I.O.T.B.A. would have known that shit because his personality had a lot of niggas coming at him, but a lot of niggas understood and respected how close he was to Spence. So they kind of fuck with him for that. But then again, you have to understand the snakes that's trying to get close, and you got to watch everything that you say and what you do. So it had rumored that a little bit of rift was going on inside the camp, of course, with the one and only DJ, and that he wasn't agreeing the way Correa was conducting himself. He didn't want him recording a lot of stuff or whatever, or he was crossing the line with the bulk of his content that he was getting inside the gym. And look, I can understand what DJ was coming from with the confidentiality, because at that point the fire was lit already with Spence. The fire was lit. Like, Spence was on the come up. He got the IBF title. He had that fan-friendly fighting style that they wanted to see. Hey, everybody was, people was talking over that way when it came to Correa. Everybody was talking about Spence, Correa, I.O.T.B.A. and all that. He got the connect. He's in the gym, and he's where someone wants to be of Spence stature as a content creator. That's where you want to go. That's where you want to be. You want to have that trust value. You know what I'm saying? That barometer of trust and loyalty is everything. And I think deep down inside, Spence had that shit. But in the midst of him just moving, not really being vigilant about his surroundings, just moving. I'm not saying he didn't know who was surrounding, but he just didn't care to keep him, to moderate that shit. He didn't care. He was just moving loosely. He was just in a position where he felt that he had talked his way up and he had the personality, and everything was going his way. I mean, he just walked out with Yellow Beezy and Arrow on a walkout at home, televised. That was some big shit. Then somehow the rift that was internal to the gym, got him to a point. I'm not here to sit up here and try to figure out why he said what he said, but allegedly he had confided in someone. And the worst thing you can do is send a text. If you want to talk to a nigga, goddamn it, you need to talk to him verbally. But I don't even care to try to elaborate on the true authentication of how the information was passed. All I know is he has said something like he hoped Errol Spence loses so he can fire Derrick James. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Boy, god damn. You can drop a pin in Texas and everybody will hear it. Words start circulating that the relationship had been fractured. The relationship, the connection between I.O.T.B.A. and Errol Spence had been disconnected. when you was coming up, those of you that had landlines, a lot of you young niggas don't know nothing about landlines. It's local area networks. That's when you plug in your phone to your to a phone plug inside your house, and you can call somebody and you had strictly a landline. But when that shit wasn't paid or that person had moved or disconnected their number, it said, do, do, do. Sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or no longer in service. Do, do, do. Sorry. You so you so you get the point, right? So the phone lines was down, dog. You have reached a number that is no longer in service, may be disconnected or no longer in service. So the word started spreading around, bro. By this time, we was on YouTube a little bit, right? So one of Corray's downfalls was whoever he kept around his circle. I can give a damn. One of them people wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, let me kind of brief y'all on something that happened when I got back from Texas. After all that went on, I was told, by a certain person that was around Corray that people was instructed that if they was communicating with me or whatever, they would not be able to go back in the locker room and see the champ. So these niggas shut off communication with a nigga. Hey, dog, I just sat back and watched. I say, okay, because I would wear those figure t-shirt. All right, cool. And one of them same dudes that was close by and just kissing ass. You know what I'm saying? Kissing ass end up being the jackass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, got back to the crib. This mother call, got a third party on the phone and shit. He up there mad. He said, man, why you didn't check in? Why you didn't check in? You come all the way up to check in. I said, nigga, I ain't never checked in with somebody. What the fuck wrong with you? Man, you could have came and got a shirt and all that. I say, so that was about, you don't care about a nigga driving up there, just to support the fight card or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? That's boxing at the end of the day. And then you got another nigga on the line, you know what I'm saying, listening, not gonna say a word. I say, you up here telling niggas that if they talk to me, you're not gonna let them into the locker room or whatever. To see the belt or to see the champ or whatever. So we was going back and forth on the phone. Boom, I'm out, dog. I'm out. I ain't putting I'm done. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So hang up on the nigga. Ain't too much talking to him. Too much more, right? Ain't at all. So it get to a point where word has broke. You know what I'm saying? That one of his close counterparts, I mean his close colleagues, the ones that was rolling closely in his circle, had betrayed the aluminum foil of trust that they had between one another, and went back and relayed the message from the riffraff that was going on internal to the gym, that Corray has said something to the extreme, allegedly, that he hoped Errol Spence loses. So he can fire Derrick James. That shit went across Texas, god damn it, like the heat. Wave it. Every summer, like that heat wave. That shit went all across Texas. I mean, god damn it, everybody was talking about that shit. Everybody was talking about it. And I say, it's certain things in life that I say, if I was to be in that type of position, I would say, okay, check this out. I apologize for what I said, but there wasn't no ill intent towards you as a boxer. You know what I'm saying? But it was extremely bad for Corray to even make that statement, because now you hoping that the boxer lose. No matter how he lose, you hope the boxer lose, just so it can trickle down to the coach. You know what I'm saying? Just so it can trickle down to the coach. So it's bad. More ways than one. It's super, super bad. So I remember being on YouTube, man. I was just, I forgot what I was doing. I probably, most of my lives was on Facebook then. I wasn't even real heavy. I was just doing a little on-site, media shit. And then I have to get word, and people was just telling me, hey man, so and so over there freaking begging Spence to let him back on. And this was days that passed by because he's kicked out of the gym. He could no longer go to the gym. And whatever transpired, in between time, I didn't quite know every detail. But I just know Correa was at a point where he was trying to mend broken wings with Spence. It was just weird all the way around because, like I said before, the statement, you was wishing a loss upon Spence so he can fire Derrick James. You just would have said, I hope he fired Derrick James in the future. Probably you wouldn't have lost trust with Spence. But Correa was only the first of many that if they didn't have the good graces and the check in the box from Derrick James, you're going to be out of there. As seen with Blu-ray Fitness. But this ain't about him. So I am getting all this shit. People sending me. And that's really the first time where somebody has sent me, hey man, Correa over here trying to beg for his freaking spot back. And then, to see a grown man to talk to all this shit the way he did, and to be pleading and begging that Spence to take him back, and he didn't mean it, fam. He didn't mean it. You got kids, you got your girl at home, and you up here trying to get a spot back that you didn't cherish to begin with, nigga. You had the spot of all spots before that was the cats that was real deep in the content creating today. You had the spot with one of the heavy hitters over there in Texas. You had the ultimate spot to when July 29th was coming up. They couldn't tell you shit. You with the team. They couldn't tell you shit, bro. You would have been with the team. They would have said, hey man, so-and-so been with him way back when, man. When he got the IBF title way back when, he been there, he from Texas. Ain't nobody gonna tell him shit. They're gonna be like, hey, yeah, he locked in, man. That's been a long time he been with Spence. But he didn't have the maturity. What was on top of his shoulders didn't operate like that. He wasn't smart enough to hold down that spot. He's on freaking YouTube, man. Begging and begging and begging for Spence to take this nigga back. And really, Spence was in a tight space himself because he had to answer to Derrick James. See, the culpability lies in many different areas. If Spence really believed that you weren't trying to sabotage him, then he probably could have talked to Derrick James because you was only media. It wasn't like you was holding the mitts. Spence could have talked to Derrick James and said, hey, I'm gonna let my guy back in here to do media. I'm gonna let him back in here. But from my understanding, Derrick James was out there like, and look, this is the Derrick James that Spence didn't like to begin with, right? And he didn't want as a coach to begin with. So I guess, from what I heard allegedly that Derrick said is either him or me. Because I don't, Derrick probably said, I don't like him. He's doing too much. He's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? We got shit to do. He's a distraction. When in reality, what Correa was doing wasn't even anything close to what Errol was doing. That's truth be told. That's facts in the chat. That's super facts. Real talk. That's real talk. So to hear Correa of all people be betrayed, from what my understanding was, disloyal to the boxing game, went and told now, if there ever some fuckboy shit that I've ever witnessed, it's been a lot of it on here. That still ranks top 10. And the reason why it ranks top 10, because Correa was actually in a position before a lot of other niggas was even in a position with the camp. Like he was in with one of the pound for pound ranked guys. And they was both located in the same region, the same boxing footprint. And they had a history. And they know each other. You know what I'm saying? He had his personality and Spence had himself. Spence said, well, fucking, you can look at the thumbnail. Come on, Spence was fucking with I.O.T.B.A. But when it boiled down to it, the very same person who he wasn't around long enough to see if that was genuine trust. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody did something for you don't mean they down with you. This particular person passed a message back to Spence on what Corey said, and the fire was lit from there. You know what I'm saying? The fire was lit, bro. It was over. Now you have Corey on YouTube pleading and begging to get back in the good graces of Errol Spence. It's just sad. I know somebody done sent you the link, Corey. It's just sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is not even any ill intent towards you. You just wasn't mature enough to be a part of history, dog. You know, it's plenty of times, Corey, that I say July 29th, what would it be at the press conference if you had been around Errol Spence long enough to the point where you was able to sit up there at the presser during this moment? Errol Spence Jr. facing Terrence Bud Crawford, and you was able to sit up there, and they trust you enough because you've been there since he got the title to now where he about to fight for undisputed. What if they actually allowed you to talk your shit to Bud Crawford because you've been around the team and they trust you? Even Derrick James, even he trusts you enough to be around them. You would have had the goddamn, I'm talking about, you want to talk about grandiose? You want to talk about the ultimate position that any content creator could have had. Where you coming from, the way y'all about to head to July 29th in Vegas, you would have had the ultimate position. Nobody could have told you shit because they followed you from then to now. You wouldn't be struggling to maintain a name for yourself because all the events you could have been to, all the freaking exclusives that you could have been a part of, you know what I'm saying? You know, you could have been like Ellie. Ellie just, you know, they just giving him the free pass to do what he want. But you and Ellie even have a history. But see, the reason why Ellie is still going around doing what he's doing because the maturity level is different, bro. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm just saying you do stupid shit. You could have been the one that's doing exclusives, going around with the camera and all that. That's just crazy. Like, bro, he's about to go in there for to contend for undisputed. And you definitely was with him way back in the day where you could have been on this travels also in Vegas. And people say, oh man, I remember I.O.T.B.A. I remember Mr. 214. I remember all that shit he used to do back in the day. Man, goddamn, it's been a crazy ride, huh? I mean, listen, Spence don't have that long left in boxing, but at least you could have took with you to talk to your kids about. You could have said, yeah, that was me, this, that, and the other. I was with him for this long period of time. But one snake that you didn't keep on the leash there, I.O.T.B.A., one single snake that you let slither around freely when you should have been stumping your heel on their neck, you let them just slither around your ass knowing damn well that they wasn't in your best interest. And when they bit, you never even seen it coming. You never even seen it coming, man. They went and passed the message back, man. God damn. Nigga, I just think about that shit. I say, man, everybody ain't mature for a position that you had. Everybody ain't mature for the limelight, brother. You can say what you want to say about me. I would never want to be in your position unless I knew the boxer was in my best interest. Nobody could come to that fighter and tell them that WCS said anything without them coming to me and saying, I want to talk to you about something. Somebody said you said this. Okay, what's the proof? What do you say? Anything. A fighter that would have enough respect for me to come and communicate the snakes that would try to dethrone me for being in that position. Plus, I'm an older dude. I've never been Google-eyed, period. Even when a teenager, I saw people. Man, I've been all around the world. I'm just saying, I've never been Google like that. I've never been cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. But your position there, Corey, I want to tell you from man to man, you had the ultimate. You had the ultimate membership before it was a world-class boxing gym, bro. You had the ultimate position over in Texas. But somehow, some way, man, you wasn't fit for duty. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the final times I'm going to talk about it because I had to put the Texas scandal up, bro. July 29th is a place where you could have been too, bro. You could have been there with Spence. You could have been there with the entourage. You could have been there with everybody that's gonna be there for Spence. You could have been hanging around in the suite and everything else, and couldn't nobody tell you a motherfucking thing because Spence understand that there's trust. He's been putting in the work. He's been covering me. All the exclusives that you could have had, you could have had your own shit. You wouldn't have been tag teaming and riding shotgun with nobody else, bro. You could have had your own shit. But no, you had to let that one nigga goddamn tell on your ass. You had to let that one dude be around you knowing damn well you send a motherfucker a text or whatever you sent. You setting yourself up for a motherfucking screenshot, dog, or for that person to forward it. And then you get on YTC and you begging for your position back. Nigga, after all the work you done put in using him begging, I never would have begged another man. I would have rather told that individual what my intentions were. What my intentions were is that I didn't like the coach. Like a lot of other people, I apologize for wishing a defeat to come upon you when you're trying to build up your career. But that was pretty much lighthearted compared to what I really wanted to happen with your coach being somebody else. That's it. But it'll be people talking about what I'm saying for forever and a day. They're I.O.T.B.A. And furthermore, it's other people that's thinking what I'm thinking. It's other people out here that want to say what I'm saying. Because this is what you was working for. You was working for this moment right here. You was working to take that train ride with Spence as long as you possibly can till he get to this moment where it's the grand finale. Bro, this is the motherfucking grand finale. This is Vegas. This is the bright lights. This is cameras, lights, camera, action. This is Texas to Vegas, goddammit. This is all what you've been working for. All the clout, everything you've been building up to be with Spence, man. To support him, a fellow Texan. And you blew it. You blew it there. You blew it. Real talk. First in the building, Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports. Salute W says had to hit the rewind early, but I'm here on time for the cookout. No doubt. Appreciate you, big dog. Shout out to Haynes Legacy, man. Salute to you and the fam on deck. Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, AK Showtime Shaw. Salute to you. Team Tuck in the building. He was messy then and still messy now. Man, no doubt, man. No doubt about it, bro. No doubt about it. Shout out to Mr. Hot Grease, aka Mr. Sucker Free on deck. Salute W says my big bro and Showtime Shaw. Salute to you, brother. Good to see you in the building. Haynes Legacy, Dundada on deck. What they do, Dundada? W says salute to you, brother. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz, salute, brother. W says salute to you, OG. How you feeling today, Bruce? Somebody moonlighting, hit that. Yeah, hit the like button for me, man. Hit the like button. You know what Haynes just said, man. Come on, man. Just hit the like button if you're in the building. Let me see. Let me check my likes. 30 likes? Who's in here just moonlighting and window shopping, man? Come on, bro. I'm giving y'all a little postage stamp, right? I'm just giving you a little postage stamp into history, until I'm just giving you a little postage stamp back in time before all this YTC and all this shit was really cooking the way it is now for these cats. That was Facebook. That was all this other shit. People jockeying for position. But there was this one nigga, I.O.T.B.A, that had the position with Errol Spence, man. He had the ultimate platinum membership. He had the ultimate platinum membership, people. Hear me when I tell you. Then nobody have a position better than Correa had with Spence. I know he probably listening right now. He's Shit, god damn it. I gotta go for a walk. Why he had to peel back that scab? Goddamn, I don't have a band-aid big enough to stop the bleed. Why you had to do that, WCS? I'm not trying to peel back no scabs, and you know what I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there, like, dude, you just fucked that up. You trusted and disloyal to the boxing game, and that nigga showed you why he was disloyal. You never should have said that, man. You never should have said, which you know, the fighter take a loss. You could have said anything else but that. You could have said, man, I don't like that coach, man. He be getting on my nerves. He don't want me to do this, that, and the other. Yeah, hey, you could have finessed your way and still held down the position. You know what I'm saying? Still held down the position, bro. Because at this point in time right now, nobody wouldn't have been able to tell you nothing about Vegas. And you're going to be out there in Vegas. Hell yeah, I'm going to be out there, nigga. Please. Yeah, I'm going to be out there. I'm flying on the PJ. Look, Corey. I don't want to really get you to start shedding no tears and shit. But I seen a picture of the nutritionist. The nutritionist was on a PJ with him. You trying to tell me you wouldn't get a jet ride? As long as you would have known this dude. The nutritionist just came in, Corey. The nutrition hadn't been there. He just came in with a goddamn pan in his hand and some freaking olive oil mix and a recipe book. That nigga on the PJ. Where he was sitting, bro. Yes. You supposed to be in that seat. Y'all supposed to be bullshitting, man. You know what I'm saying? You should have been bullshitting with the team. That nigga was sitting in your seat. Your seat. This nigga he had me put in no type of work that you put in. He just there to fill a void because Spence decided to get a nutritionist, you know what I'm saying, to drop this weight or whatever. But my whole point is that nutritionist had an aisle seat and a window seat at the same time. He was sitting there chilling on a PJ, bro. A PJ that back in time that said I.O.T.B.A. Ride with the champ on a PJ. This up there sounding like Gorilla up in this bitch there, correct? I.O.T.B.A. riding with the champ on a PJ. Not worrying about shit. I mean, that was your position, bro. And you blew it. You blew it. And you know, this goes out to the disloyal to the boxing game too, nigga. I mean, what did you get from it, man? You didn't even get the spot. You fucked off another brother's position, man. No telling what could have happened. If you would have kept your mouth shut, Corey could have brought you along and y'all both could have been cool if y'all was down like that. But you just thought you was going to be the one that was in the position. Like y'all fucked it up for a lot of brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see a lot of brothers that's up there doing media. And nutrition is white. You know what I'm saying? You know, sparring partners, I don't know if they got any black sparring partners up there. But, you know, I see ES News up there, wherever he wants. That's supposed to be your spot, bro. You're supposed to be able to walk freely. You know how they give you that shit on the plane there, Corey? Passengers. The seatbelt sign will remain off at this time. You're free to move about the cabin. That's supposed to be you on the PJ. Hey, passengers on the PJ, Errol, Mr. Bradshaw, and Mr. James and everybody, you're free to walk around and stretch your legs out and everything. Lunch will be served real soon. We have what you call a 7-course meal. And you know, don't worry about the tray tables. We have custom tray tables that will be, you know, brought to you while your meal is being served. And also we have around 15 different drinks that if you want something non-alcoholic to alcoholic beverages, yes, we have it free of charge, courtesy of Mr. Spence. Oh my God, Corey. Shout out to XO Factory, dog. OGW says, what's good, big bro? I'm on deck. Salute to the XO Factory on deck in the building. Shout out Tony Boswell. Much respect at WCS in the chat. Stopped in to show support and hit the like button. Just got off work. Salute, my brother. No doubt, Tony. Salute to you and the fam, man. All of you cats that started off the work week. Salute to you and the fam, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all. Hope everything is well. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told me a salute for my family when I was out here grinding, being a single parent and keeping my shit. I just had to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just had to stay zoned in. So I'm going to tell y'all, salute to you and the fam. Hope y'all stay healthy. Hope y'all able to provide. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving and grooving, bro. Don Vine on deck. What it do, Don? What it do, man? We getting closer, Don. You know what I'm saying? We getting closer, brother. Pop a lot of smoke. James in the building. What's good with it, Pop? Modern King Boxing. What's good, man? I.O.T.B.A always scrolling up the articles. Yeah, man. That was his shit, right? I was scrolling up my articles, and what did I see? A disloyal snake with his fangs in me. Just biting. Just biting. Don't even know when to stop with the venom. Just biting, nigga. You derailed one of the staples. Like, you rarely find, like I say, like, look, people don't understand how I operate, man. I don't hold grudges against niggas, but just because I disagree with certain fighters and I support the ones I support, cool. But the only man, the only one I see that's close to teams like this, you got Shaw News that's close to freaking Jahad Tucker, that was there from the beginning all the way up to when he win his chip. You got Jamil that's with over there and goddamn Philly. He's locked into a gym. I mean, these are people that's locked into gyms, bro, of future world champions, man. Locked into gyms of future world champions. That's the spot you want. That's real shit. Corey had that shit long time ago. Long time ago, man. He had the spot. This nigga blew it. When I tell you this nigga blew it, bro. He told the wrong motherfucker that wasn't there for his best interest. And you know what? I don't know if that nigga ever apologized to you, Corey, but he should. Because as a black content creator, I can tell you 1,000 times where your maturity level should have been. You know what I'm saying? That's absent of all the shit you done talked about me. I wouldn't care as long as you didn't put your hands on me. Because look, we goddamn met in Texas doing the beef, and everything was square. You didn't come at me crazy. I even got it on video. But my whole point is, my entire point is that you should have had, at your age, a lot more understanding on where Spence was going with his boxing career. You didn't really respect the fact on where Spence was going in his boxing career. You didn't respect it. If you respected it, you would have understood what your role was with the team, nigga. You should have played a different role. You should have tightened up, regardless of what your little, persona is, and your bravado, and your whole personality and your routine for doing what you're doing. Nigga, you should have understood that you were privileged. It wasn't a right. Nigga, you was privileged to be next to a world champion that was climbing the ladder to do bigger things. It was your privilege, bro. You blew it. It wasn't a right for you to be there. It was the privilege. If all you would have had to do, like this thumbnail, was convince Spence that you was absolutely for him. Who can say they have pictures like that? Content creators, bro. Like, that's how much Spence respected you. For you and him to be sitting side by side, that's how much trust he had in you. That's how much he respected you at that time. You know, that's how cool y'all were. A nigga don't understand. Like, I'm talking to you from a neutrality, like a neutral standpoint in all of this. I'm just speaking in hindsight because I know kind of the backstory on how this shit all burned to the motherfucking ground. And look, Corey, this shit is easy to burn to the ground. You could have been on your shit, and the nigga still could have tried to sabotage you because you had a spot that like a lot of niggas wanted. You was next to one of the more popular niggas in Texas that was coming up. You was there, and they just couldn't understand how you got there. They saw the shit you was doing on Facebook. They couldn't understand how the connection was there. They can't understand the thumbnail, bro. Back then, they didn't understand it. And then when they did understand it, they're correct. They didn't respect it. That's why they went out and sabotaged you, bro, because they wanted the spot. They thought once they got the spot, then the temperature get turned up and they can do a better job than what you did. But they didn't have your personality. You had your personality, but you didn't have control of it because you always felt that you had to go in there and you know, talk shit or disrespect or whatever you had going on. You should have understood where Spence was going instead of where he was at. If you would have had enough maturity in yourself to know where the nigga was going, where Spence was going, where he was projected to go, then maybe you would have been there July 29th. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you would have been there July 29th. If you would have been on the PJ like the nutritionist, couldn't nobody tell you a motherfucking thing, dog. How the nutritionist get on the fucking goddamn PJ, huh? Huh? You know, ask yourself, how did the nutritionist get on the PJ? Because he got to prepare meals, right? But the nutritionist wasn't there when you was there. I knew they had another seat for you. It wouldn't be a nigga in Texas that's a content creator that could have said they flew on a PJ with the unified welterweight world champion, Errol Spence Jr. Ain't a nigga in Texas could have told you that. Now, maybe some artists could have told you that, but ain't a content creator in Texas could have came up and said, yeah, man, Spence had me on the PJ, man, Spence, Derrick James and everything. We took a PJ to this spot, you know, when we left and all that. Yeah, man, it's just average shit, dog. You know how we doing. We're tame, dog. Look, I'm going to be honest. It's difficult to please everybody on the team. It's according to how big your team is. And also, it's according to the structure of a team. It's extremely difficult. It's difficult to hold down a spot and let people know that you're in the best interest of the team. Because you're going to have some people that's thinking otherwise. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But I never could have been in your spot, Corey. I couldn't have been the hype man. I never could have been the hype man. I would have been the nigga to know, hey, Spence, you either fuck with me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I roll in life, man. I just never been a nigga that's just gonna, you know, like over the top, be like, oh man, god damn, man, I get chill bumps thinking I have to be around you a long time, man. I guess the shit that I went through when I was younger, man, I guess you know, it's layers that's done built me different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I can respect a nigga though. But I just can't be a hype man. Like, even with how much I talk about the fighters that I support heavy, right? Like, as much as I talked about Deontay Wilder, I never had no real, you know, conversation outside of interviewing Deontay. But I still look at him as being this guy that, damn, I was able to cover this champ, man, the Muhammad Ali of this era. I was able to cover him. I was able to cover, you know, Bud Crawford. I was able to cover Teofimo Lopez, man. You know, I was able to cover the Jihad Tuckers. I was able to cover, you know, Josh Greer at that time. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter if a fighter is freaking winning and losing. Like, look, you got to respect what they do for you. I remember Josh Greer was the first boxer who gave me a shout out just for being consistently supporting him. It's always going to be respect. You know what I'm saying? Before, as he was working and he had the pillow out, don't blink and all that. He was the first boxer to give me a shout out and say, I want to give a shout out to World Combat Sports. I ain't asking to. So as a grown ass man, I respect that to this day, man. It don't, he on his way back to the sport, but anyway, back to the grind, man. Salute the don't blink, man. Mr. ESPN, the original. B.E.T.R.A.Y.A.L had this shit lined up, bro. And you let a dude that's not even going to fights and doing credentials, he wasn't even doing what you was doing. He not even going to fights and getting interviews there, I.O.T.B.A. He wasn't even settled in the position that you were. And you let that nigga finesse you out the spot. That's all I'm saying. You let that nigga finesse you out the spot, man. Shout out to True Media Today, USA Boxing on deck. Coach Malachi in the building, man. Salute to you, coach. Bro, this is Vicious title and thumbnail at WCS. Hey, man, I had to talk about the Texas scandal, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, content creation, you got to maneuver your way through the goddamn swamp in this bitch sometime. I just felt like I'm looking at July 29th and I'm looking at a nigga that was with Errol Spence way back in the day who had the ultimate spot. I never wanted the spot. But me just sitting back looking at the prestige of the spot that he had and all the people that was around him that pretended to be cool with him, but they was goddamn vying for the spot. They wanted the spot. They wanted to be close to Spence, dog, because everybody was talking, man, Spence. They wanted to be close to him. They wanted to know what it was like. You didn't have as many people locked into the gym as you did back then. Like it is now, you didn't have a lot of people that was locked in. But he had the Texas freaking champ. He had that famous word there, coach. ACCESS. He had access. And he didn't know what the fuck to do with it. Shout out to Trick Noty on deck, man. WCS, what's good? I.O.T.B.A stands for It's Only Terrence Bud All Day. Damn, dog. We can't say it's only Terrence Bud all day. He got to still be a Spence fan, man. Even though the train has derailed from the railroad. He still got it. He's still over there in Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. If I'm taking a picture with a cat like this and I ain't steal from him, look, I didn't steal from you, nigga. I didn't owe you money, man. I didn't try to holler at your girl behind your back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't try to have you set up. I wasn't snitching on you. None of that. I just felt like, nigga, if you was mature enough and Spence respected you as such, you could have went back to Spence and said, hey, as a man, bro, I need for you to look at me as a man right now. I've learned from this. The niggas that sit up here and told you that, I'm no longer fucking with them. This would never repeat itself in life. But I would like for you to give me another opportunity to be close to cover you, because this is history. This is absolutely history. See, listen, B.E.T.R.A.Y.A.L wasn't in my position, right? Everybody's mindset in this boxing game and whatever they do in life, they have a different thought process. Me and the boxing that I've been able to cover, I'm just appreciative that I was able to cover these people when I was healthy enough to cover them. I was able to cover them when they was young enough and they was competitive enough to compete at the high level. Like when I talk about or I see these fighters, it's not dick riding, it's not clout chasing, none of that. I say this individual right here is a special person. They are above average. They are up here competing and they're basically stacking away these accolades in a full contact sport of combat. Why wouldn't I be proud to cover them? Why wouldn't I? And then the more you cover, the more mature you get, the more understanding with the experience. You cover these cats, man. I'm covering Deontay Wilder, who's freaking, they say look like a basketball player, but then he's knocking out dudes that outweigh him by an absurd amount of weight. I'm looking at this dude. I'm looking at Deontay. I was like, damn, you know, your grandma said you was anointed, but God blessed you. You know what I'm saying? God bless you, right? I'm looking at how young, you know, Jahad Tucker is and how talented he is, and the road at 20 years old, how far he has to go, and what his outlook, his window is in boxing. I won't be able to see him go all the way, you know, till he you know, he have a marriage. And I'm gonna be too old for that shit. So it's better to see them when they're blossoming. Teofimo Lopez, you know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford fighting at the elite level, the highest level possible. I don't have to break bread with him. All I know is he provided me ACCESS. It may not be covering his fights. I haven't been able to get in the fight camp, but when I see him in person, I say, hey, do you mind get a picture? Do you mind get an interview? And he provided me the access. Correa had this shit with Errol Spence, bro. No one else had the type of position, the pole position. I'm talking about, when I say the pole position, I'm talking about back in the day. I'm talking about now when you're dealing with racing. Nigga, you was at the front of the line. You was at the front of the line. You had pole position, dog. You was able to shift gears and go, you at the front of the line. You was behind the pace car, nigga. Before the pace car dip off and y'all press the gas, you was up there. Could nobody say, nope, Correa don't know Errol Spence. No, I remember niggas saying, oh man, Correa know Errol Spence. No doubt about it. He know Errol Spence. He's locked in with the team. I remember niggas talking like that. But also I knew his immaturity, all that shit he was working for right now will implode. And it did. But I'm not here to talk about the implosion and the burial and the memorial service, because he already know what that feel like. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things you look back and say, damn, I want to tell my kids about this shit. Like, come on, man. Your nutritionist is riding on the PJ. But you was back there when he got the IBF, right? You was back there. The nutritionist wasn't back there when he got the IBF. All this niggas on here now, you know, fixing egg whites, vegetarian beef. You know what I'm saying? All this, you know, minimal carb, zero transit fat food, all this damn green kale and power green smoothies and shit. This nigga just came on board, but you've been there for the longest time, man. You fucked up, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You fucked up. You fucked up, dog. And I'm not trying to tell you fucked up to make you feel bad, but you fucked up. You had the pole position in there, bro. You was at the chain of command there, Correa. And the reason why this is relevant now, because we're 19 days out, brother. Back then, if you just would have been patient enough to wait these out while he collect the belts and understand where he was going, you could have been there July 29th and became a part of history right along with Team Spence. Yes, sir. I'm doing a live stream on you, brother. Yeah, I'm doing it because I can. If I didn't know shit about the whole backstory, I wouldn't even talked about it. But just so happened, a nigga like me was up there, you know, frequenting the boxing streets back then and traveling and all that shit. I can talk about it because I actually was a part of it. I knew how shit went down and all that. It just reminds me of, you know, why I am the way I am. You know what I'm saying? You can learn a lot by moving at a slower pace. You know what I'm saying? I remember it was like yesterday, I.O.T.B.A begging like Keith Sweat. Sex was spotted. He was like, fam. Oh, fam. Fam. That nigga was begging. I don't know why, fam. God damn, Corey. I would have never put myself on video. I don't care if it was in the dark or not. Nigga, if that's my voice, that's audio people's gonna use forever. Fuck all that. I would have had to say, Spence, if you really fucking with me, you respected what I did, can we talk? It would have been up to Spence to say yes or no. Spence, can we talk? I mean, Derrick James is not your father. Can we talk? I want to talk to you face to face, man. And I would, if Spence would have said yes, I would have told him right then and there what I said earlier. If he would have chose to allow me back, on the team, then if you wouldn't take that as a grand opportunity for a second chance and you blew it, I don't know what to fucking tell you, dog. But I guess it didn't get that far. It didn't get that far, bro. Well, Mailman Mac, salute to you, big dog. First time I seen you in the, on the avenue, right? I wouldn't say that he became a Crawford fan. I say by process of elimination, he was forced to become a stan. And see, the reality, man, is that I look at someone who's genuinely supporting a fighter when all the other fighters are accessible. For some reason, he just felt like, let me go to the next one that's in direct connection to Errol Spence. Let me go to the next one that's always going to be in direct connection with Errol Spence, and that's Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is considered Errol Spence's rival. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Him and Keith Thurman was never able to build a rivalry because Keith Thurman had injuries and he wouldn't fight. So, the rivalry came as we're looking at July 29th. The rival in the boxing talk, in the airways became Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford. So I think he just chose to go over there as an opportunist. Hold on for a second. I.O.T.B.A. is not worthy of this moment. We all know it. I.O.T.B.A. is a weasel. Hey, thanks for articulating that, dear Haynes Legacy. I absolutely agree, what I'm saying, with your comment. But see, I don't find it at any type of prestige. I was just more so talking about the moment itself, the Texas scandal. That is a part. Look, Haynes, this is a part of Errol Spence's travels at one point in time. I.O.T.B.A. to the Facebook community was filtered through I.O.T.B.A. For real. He's the one that was up there, Spence when it was, heavy on Facebook. I'm not saying he was the only dude that was supporting Spence. I'm just saying he the only one that was up here every day, all day, acting like Spence Shadow didn't deserve to even be in the company of Spence. Oh man, his Shadow fucked up, clout chasing, nigga. That nigga Shadow, man, I'm telling you, man, that nigga don't need to be hanging around that Shadow, man. God damn, only me, I should be there. You know, he thought he was the only one. Skills from New Orleans, man. Salute to you. Big blunts and boxing, the gold on deck. What's good with the blunts? Honor on deck. Um, Roman noodles, vanilla wafer had me dying. I'm serious, man. I'm serious, dog. If they can make fun of opponent's name, why can't I? You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You saying all this and that. Why is mine any different? Why dudes get mad when I speak on it? Like anesthesia and vanilla wafer. Come on, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad. Hey, shout out to Swat Jones on deck, man. What's good with it, Jones? Salute to you, brother. ITC boxing to you. One love to my God WCS. One love to you, brother. Shout out to the apostles, man. You know what I'm saying? Gooch to you. Cam. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, man. Sugar J, salute to y'all. Omaha Cats. This over there. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I need to ask ITC, not to get off subject, but I haven't seen no video of y'all running up them steps in Colorado Springs now. From what I hear, those are stairway to heaven. You get up there, you have a heart attack, you're going right up to heaven, dog. I haven't seen y'all up there, bro. Don't be scared, man. I heard it's something like, 500,000, 642, and 30 steps up that motherfucker. I saw a son with him. Y'all need to go get them steps, man. And somebody record, dog. Y'all need to put that. Y'all need to put that up on the YTC quick. Yo, salute. Y'all, I didn't even get a notification. I'm super late. Shout out to Carlos Rosado on deck, man. It's all good, brother. YouTube, I don't know what it is, man. Don't get me the line. I will be there, WCS. I fly in from Dallas on the 27th, my brother. Okay, shit, you're gonna be on deck, man. That's what's up, man. I don't really disclose my location, but I'll probably be there. I said probably. I'll probably be there. I locked my shit on a long time ago. My flight, my room, and everything. Yeah. Yeah, I just pop up, man. You might see me parachuting in, from the upper room. It all depends, bro. I remember I.O.T.B.A from his Facebook page years ago. Yes, sir. That's when it was, he was really popping over there. He had people of interest. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the M.A.C.K.M.O. baby, the Mac mob on deck. B.Mac in the building. WCS, what's good, OG? Hot grease cooking. Salute to you, brother. You already know what it is, man. Definitely appreciate you pulling up, man. Y'all definitely salute the brother B-Mac, man, the Mac mob. All these challenges on his Shot News and Sauce Experience. You know what I'm saying? The Exo Factory, Modern King Boxing, ITC Boxing to you. You know what I'm saying? So support these brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? All the other brothers I might have forgot because I'm in my thought process right now. Him about to come for me again for laughing at him. Man, hey, now, Haynes said he didn't deserve this moment, right? Haynes' legacy made a very point. He don't deserve this moment, and he doesn't. He doesn't. But this moment isn't just about him. It's about the moment that's leading to July 29th, the one that he blew. He blew the opportunity. That's all I'm saying. I had to put his picture up there because it was a point in time where Spence trusted this guy enough to take this photo. That's not Photoshop. He trusted him enough to take the motherfucking photo. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. But I would say this, ITZ, the apostles, he don't deserve that from y'all no more. He don't deserve it, bro. Because see, this is still going on in 2023 at that time with y'all, right? Imagine the shit that was going on back then. This shit was going on way back then, man. When Spence was back in 2018, man, he was doing the same thing. So imagine how the shit hasn't changed and how turned up y'all was and how amped. That shit was going on back then, bro. Man, me and some of the cats, man, we just sitting back talking about this shit. I say, man, it's crazy that this shit is still going on with this dude. So really, when Haynes say he's non-deserving, he's absolutely 1,000% right. But this moment is only, a picture that doesn't hold any value, but just so it can resonate to the listeners and the fans that's out there of Errol Spence. This guy was right there in position to be there July 29th on the PJ, headed with Sting. If he would have been there from then all the way to now, and everything would have been cool by that time, the trust, loyalty, all the damn exclusive content he would have gotten, channel being look, what the fuck I'm talking about? Showtime, what am I talking about? This nigga couldn't have pulled that shit off. I'm gonna be honest. This nigga couldn't have pulled it off, dog. Shout out to Green on deck, man. Salute WCS, aka the Emperor Petty. You got them niggas looking like Tupac and Biggie before podcast shot in New York. God damn, dog. No, you didn't have to take it to hip hop, dog. Damn, man. Damn, look, my thought process wasn't even like that, man. That shit's hilarious, man. Man, he couldn't hold it down, Green. He couldn't hold down the spot, bro. He couldn't hold down the spot. I see OG got some hot grease going. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep it hot. And we getting closer to July 29th, and we got another 9, and we got 19 in, yo. We got a week. I'll say a week and three quarters. Just about. We about to head over to Tuesday. Oh man, it's about to get wild, boy. It's about to get wild. It's about to get wild, man. People about to do some, man. I'm telling you, people gonna get locked up, dog. People lives about to change over this shit. Their lives about to change. Like I don't get it, man. I'm not seeing the intensity. I'm not seeing everything I thought I would see from Spence getting ready for this Omaha Monster. I don't see it, man. I see a calm nigga, just goddamn. Like he just got back from Build-A-Bear and shit. They was handing out free snow cones. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see where your mindset, the pictures are showing me that you have a sense of concern, like how your opponent is going to survive you. I don't get that from him. I just get a dude like, yeah, I'm glad I'm about to go in here on July 29th. Y'all, I'm going to be fighting in Vegas. And I want all Texas to be tuned in because that's where the fight gonna be at T-Mobile Arena. And right now I'm just going over some, glute stresses and some hamstring stretches and calf stretches and stuff, and bicep and tricep. And just doing some isometrics. I don't want to really overdo it because I want to reserve my energy. You know what I'm saying? I want to reserve my energy. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh, excuse me. I'm just so tired and hungry. God damn it, my nutritionist. When's my next meal? An hour and a half. Oh my! I can't get a snack. Can I get a snack? Spence say, "Fuck that, man. I'm going up here. I know where my snacks are at. Shit, I don't have to ask you. Can I get a snack, Derek? Excuse me, Derek. Who's in the house? Excuse me. It seems like he's about to go cheat again. Please make sure we have pretty much secured the area and removed all snacks and high-calorie treats, okay? Secure the area. We cannot go back. We thought we was on track, but he gained 5 more pounds last night. Damn, dog. All that shit with all access with him eating that meal. Man, please. Man, they have an Angus steak waiting for him once them cameras stop rolling. That mother was like a caveman up there. Damn, this steak good. Damn, that's some good shit. What A1? Somebody get me some A1. Man, he was tearing that shit up. You're gonna drive I.O.T.B.A. to whiskey after he watches this stream. No, I'm being polite, man. Like I.O.T.B.A. can't get mad at this stream because I've been extremely dignified about it. You know, all the damn shit he's talked behind my back for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not, I'm not on that time because he's not deserving of the time. I have no reason. I'm not beefing with this nigga. I don't have nothing to beef with him about. You know what I'm saying? I just know the story. And I'm just bringing it full. I'm just bringing it full circle to July 29th that if you would have had some type of maturity, some level of intelligence, you know what I'm saying, to understand where you're going, it would have been quite interesting. It would have been an incredible story that you potentially would have been on all access to. You know what I'm saying? You potentially would have been on all access too because I seen that nutritionist there sitting in your seat. The I.O.T.B.A. I seen that nutritionist there, and he wasn't there when Errol Spence, you know, was fighting for that IBF title. You know what I'm saying? What they say, he wasn't in the gym. That nutritionist wasn't in the gym, big dog, but he's on that PJ. Getting paid. Ray Sanders on deck. What's good with it, bro? I'm late. Salute WCS. No problem, man. Salute to you, Juice. Lee in the building, man. Andrew Charles on deck, man. What's good with y'all? July 29th, almost here, almost time. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, the clock don't stop. The clock don't stop. You know what I'm saying? The clock don't stop. Real talk. Shaw News say facts, Team Tup official boxing business. I know, man. You know they don't understand what it was about, man. You know that you've been there from the beginning. All the team members. You know, it's just something to have that placement. Like, you know, I talk my shit, but it's still respect. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, with Ennis, I talk my shit, but I respect the media. I don't have to kick it with you. I don't have to agree with everything, but for niggas to be over there prior to, they're not doing the work that YSM doing over there. That nigga got motherfucking conveyor belt. This nigga's mass producing videos all day, every day. And that's what you want in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Even though them niggas over there, they quite opposite of what I think. They extremely do not like Crawford, but they don't have shit to do with Jamil though. You know, so shout out to YSM, man, producing and putting out content. You know, shout out to Shaw News, producing and putting out content. You know, that's where, you know, you want to be in the team and put out the exposure, you know, to put that exposure out there. Seriously. You want to be able to interview everybody in the gym consistently. You know, Greg Hackett, Bozy. You know, I remember Greg Hackett used to come over there on Facebook over there with Corray them. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. He was over there. Yeah, man. I was back there then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was back there. I was a lone ranger. I came in and went out. In and out, goddamn it. I was on the go, dog. And our I.O.T.B.A. Arrow saga continues. Yes, sir. What's going on with your rebel? What up, WCS? What up with you? He got kicked out the ship quick. He did, man. They didn't even make him walk the bow. They just dumped him over the side, Showtime. Get off this motherfucking nigga. You sending a text like that to a nigga that you shouldn't have never trusted. Disloyal to the boxing game, bit that nigga on his jugular. Bit him on the jugular, bro. He said, I seen vampires get mad action doing this shit. Get straight down to the point. That mother sunk his fangs rather, into the jugular, dog. He said, we're going to get right down to it. You're not on his buddy list anymore. I.O.T.B.A. deal with it. No, man. He back then he was more than a buddy, bro. But he got damn fucked it up, dog. He was more than a buddy. I remember Night Grill. Hopefully he good. Yeah, for sure, man. I got much respect for Grill, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I was back then when Grill was eating eggs. I used to jump on, you know, when it's live and shit, man, chop it up. That nigga gave me a shout out and I didn't even ask for it, man. You know what I'm saying? As a person, I respect what he got going on as a person. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know, respect as a person. I can fill a motherfucker out without them even saying a word. Like I can tell when shit changes. That's how it's always been with me. I'm from the city. You know, some shit don't need to be explained. You can feel a nigga's change in how he thinks about you just off the way their whole demeanor and mannerism. You can tell when shit changes. You know, you can tell when a nigga's keeping it real and they really want you around or something else is going on. I react off shit like that. I do. I react off shit like that. I know how to distance. I know when to be close. I know when to keep distance. Joseph Bailey, what's good with you, bro? WCS salute I.O.T.B.A is funny to me. I mean, hey, if he make you laugh, dog, I don't have nothing to say about that. You know, but look, I kept the Texas scandal clean. I just thought it was a good anniversary because I'm not gonna be talking about this nigga anymore. But July 29th is goddamn the light gonna be shining down in a spot in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Where he should have been a part. You know, Correa, if he would have played his cards right, he could have been on All Access this time around. Real talk. Ran a backdoor play on that man. Cold game. Cold game, MD Mills on deck. He ran a backdoor play on him. Hey, Sharon. Hey, he wants you to lose, dog. So you can fire Derrick James. You ain't here for me, dog. You ain't here for me. But I'm gonna send you. Hey, here go the text right here. Here go the text right here, dog. You didn't hear from me. All right. You didn't hear from me. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. Don't mention my name. Whatever you do, don't mention my name. Don't mention my name. I'm disloyal to the boxing game. Don't mention my name. Disloyal to the boxing game. Please don't mention my name. Man, you should have never trusted that nigga. Never. They was trying to get your spot, dog. He hasn't recovered from that shit. That was his ticket. Hey, no doubt about it, man. You ain't never said it. So true. That shit 1000% he ain't never covered. He never recovered from that. I remember when Correa was on all these damn different podcasts. Dude, you just ain't fit to understand, you know, to be a meteorologist when it comes to setting goals. You have to know what the forecast is and what the weather is going to be like. You got to be built to go through the turbulence and inclement weather if it's such, or you got to be able to enjoy the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that when the sun is shining, you're supposed to be shining right along with it. You're not supposed to be fucking up. You're not supposed to be standing in sunlight and then you have a cloud over your fucking head because you're stupid. You're supposed to be goddamn enjoying the rays, basking in that motherfucker, growing, soaking it all in, coming up with ideas. But now, what the fuck am I doing? I'm losing my oxygen. I'm just wasting my oxygen talking about this shit, dog. So instead of worrying about me, he should have been trying to get his position, I would think. Absolutely. Like, man, look, it was so many people that was saying, like, damn, the apostles don't really know. This nigga been at this since 2017, 2016, man. Just think how long that's been. 2016, dog. I'm just going back a little bit. 2015. You know what I'm saying? 2015. He been doing the same shit that y'all thought. He been doing that shit for long. That's why he was in there, you know, playing those freaking manipulation games and acting like, hey man, let me talk calm to y'all right quick. Because he's a vet at the bullshit. That's all. Shout out to Toby Bartlett, man. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global. Yes, sir. G-Bus on deck, man. Global, always better than local. Shout out to Toby in the building. He said, please, listen to me. And you got to throw fam in there. Please, fam, please, fam, please. God damn, when a man call you fam, you know, that many times, and it's nobody freaking listening. Like, I don't even know why Spence was even on the live, to be honest. Were you there just to listen to him, or you was just gonna say, listen? Like, if Spence would have said, listen, okay, I understand where you at with it, man. I accept your apology, big dog. I do. Because you've been there. I believe you genuinely love me. You know, got love for me, right? I think you genuinely got love for me as a fighter. But we can't have this shit go down like this again. You gotta understand we work as a team. That includes that guy. That yeah, the one I ain't talked to for 2 years. It include him too. There was a point in time I felt the way you felt, Corey. You know what I'm saying? That's what Spence could have told. Hey, it was a point in time I felt like you, Corey. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want him around either, but I got him. Okay. That's why I'm giving you a second chance. Because I know where you at right now, you just fucked around and you didn't understand your position. You didn't understand you wasn't totally locked in yet. And you want to trust the wrong people. So I can give you a second chance, but you can't keep fucking up like this, bro. I would have appreciated Spence Willie, instead of listening to him on live and not saying shit, bro. You look, that's one of the only moments Spence was on live chilling. Like, this one of the only times you would have him chilling with a content creator on live stream like that. It ain't hardly too many other people that's regular YTC content creators that can have Spence on live like that. Come on, man. That's the reason. That's the only reason why I did the live, because of the damn backstory behind it. Man, Carlos, man, come on, man. God damn it, Carlos, man. I'm trying to do a dignified motherfucking show, dog. Oh my God, no, he didn't, man. I'm trying to set the example for the young generations to just to emulate. I swear to God, dog. Oh my God. I tell you, man, y'all been in true form lately, bro. I swear to God, man, the chat is out of fucking control, man. The chat is out of fucking control. Seriously, real talk. I'm trying the day after Sunday, man. Y'all doing this shit. The day after Sunday, man. Y'all didn't learn shit when you was in church yesterday. Why y'all, man? I swear to God, man. See, this man. Oh my God, man. That's hilarious, man. That shit's hilarious. I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit's hilarious, man. I'm not trying to go there. Seriously, real talk. I'm not going. I'm not trying to go there, dog. Oh my God, dog. Man, where are your parents, man? Damn. Why are y'all up here acting, running amok, talking this way? Dude said he got the face for it. Oh my God, that shit's hilarious, dog. Oh my God. Damn, man, that shit's hilarious. They said went to go get some Dookie Whites. That's why he left the chat for a second. Damn, man. ITV boxing. ITV boxing. It's a goose to you. Okay, going through. Dragon, what's good? Damn, dog. That shit was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie, man. Oh man, god damn. It's really my stomach start to ache a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was hilarious, man. If I would have had some drinking, if I would have had just a little bit of drink, just a little bit of yak, man, I would have goddamn, I would have had to shut the live down. The shit would have been so funny. Damn, that shit came out of nowhere, bro. We're not even talking about radio, man. Why did you have to do that, dog? We're not even talking about freaking radio, man. Damn. He loaded that one, boy. He shot that with a slingshot for real. You know what I'm saying? That was up close, man. Somebody pulled back that mother, hit you right in the middle of your forehead with that one. What's your favorite fight of all time, fellas? Mine is Roy Jones. Mine is Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, then Roy Jones. You know, when you say that, people say, oh, what about Muhammad Ali? Listen, people will admire Muhammad Ali for his rope-a-dope style and finessing cats to, the way he did. He look, Muhammad Ali was him, man. Real talk. He was him for real. But that doesn't mean everybody. You know, a lot of people embrace him for his activism because that man had heart, man. Muhammad Ali stood up, man. Seriously. But how dare I start, you know, like I in no way I'm talking about my greatest fight of all time on a live like this. This is about the Texas scandal, man. This dude don't deserve to be talking about no Muhammad Ali and no greatest Roy Jones Jr. and all that. I can't bleed it over, bro. I can't bleed it over, bro. It's disrespectful. I.O.T.B.A. got to thank Bud WCS. He has a nice little run living off Bud name like the rest of these degenerates. Yeah, man. You know, but somebody who was back there way back in the day understands that that shit wasn't authentic. You know, he wasn't supporting Bud like a lot of other cats on here that was supporting Bud initially and switched over to Spence. Like he was supporting Errol Spence first, and he had no other choice but to jump on the op and jump on the op of the bandwagon of the op. You know what I'm saying? That's confusing to a lot of people over there in Texas. Yeah, I mean that's the lay of the land, man. They now are in. You know, you got the Devin Haney Amtrak on one track, and then you got the Boost Ennis track. You know, Amtrak on the other track. You know what I'm saying? So I said this so long ago on they preparing themselves to jump on the Boost Ennis bandwagon, and you know the Devin Haney bandwagon. Both of these cats are young. You know what I'm saying? Both of these cats are young. I mean, it's just the way the ebbs and flow goes, man. Like if Devin Haney was in the same freaking division as Boots Ennis, one of them guys would be the enemy because these niggas are not smart enough or intelligent enough just to pick. Oh, I like both fighters like they doing now. You got some that supporting Devin Haney heavy, and you got others that supporting Boots Ennis. But if they was in the same division, bro, one of them would be the motherfucking hated. Seriously, one of them would be the hated. Oh man, y'all out of control, dog. Damn, y'all out of control for real. That shit didn't make no sense. That just shit came out of nowhere, bro. He got the face for radio, bro. Damn. Shout out to my boy Cal, man, the boxer section TBS, man. Salute to my dog. Salute to you, bro. Man, hey Cal, they over here, man, just acting up. You remember back in the day, man, how the teacher said, ma'am, sir, ma'am, your son's been acting up. Oh, you've been acting up, huh? Oh, please explain how he's been acting up, just been talking. He's just been doing stuff impulsively. He's been acting up. He needs to be disciplined. Okay, cool. You're gonna get a whooping when you get home. That's pretty much how it went, man. The principal called your parents, hey, your kid is acting up. The chat has been acting up, dog. The strays ain't over here, you know, because the strays don't care about I.O.T.B.A. They don't care. Only when I'm talking about the fighter that he used to support heavy before he was banished. He was banished. You know what I'm saying? He was banished. I used to go over there when he was lonely. Spence had my boy I.O.T.B.A, the #1 Crawford hater, singing like a baby. Ooh, I miss you, Spence. Ooh, you ain't mine. You ain't mine. He was damn near crying in the dark. That man was crying. Fam. Hey, fam, man. I fucked up, fam. Please take me back, fam. Oh, my God. It was bad. It was bad, dog. Sugar Ray Robinson, the reason for pound list, he could do it all. Yeah, I love Sugar Ray Robinson, man. His fighting style and everything. Man, that's my guy. Real talk. You know, like I said, he don't deserve for us to be talking about the greatest of all time on this live stream. We got to keep it low to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Greasy. You know, ghetto. That's what we got to do. He don't deserve that talk. He don't deserve that talk, man. Keep it in the spit bucket. We need to keep him around, with fighters spit in the spit bucket and they miss sometimes. We got to keep it grimy and slimy like that. You know what I'm saying? He don't deserve all that damn greatest of all time talk. Not on this live stream. Hell no. He had the golden ticket and fumbled the bag. You don't know what he could have turned this opportunity into. I know I would have been Team Spence all day, especially if he was showing me genuine love. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's exactly, my whole point, man. If you would have just understand what the projection was. Come on. You know how business, you get people doing the numbers, the CFOs, they always calculate and they put in the numbers. Okay, if the business continue to go where it is and we continue to have these spike, this is projected numbers this far out. He didn't think that way. If he just would have had just a little bit of common sense that he used on the consistency, just understand, I need common sense, calm the fuck down, common sense. Let me grow my channel. Let me stop getting my motherfucking Facebook page taken down and shit. Let me go over here to YouTube and start. Goddamn, he wasn't even heavy on YouTube, man. Like, dude, you used to go on live, man. It's not even worth talking about it because that shit is come and gone. The shit is flown the coop, bro. The shit is flown the coop, bro. Now Spence had I.O.T.B.A on that Jodeci baby. I'm begging. Yeah, man. It was bad. It was bad, bro. I ain't never heard the man say fam 1,000 times, man. Don't get no results. Don't get no results, man. Jeffrey, what's good? He said Bud has to take Spence jab away from round 3 to 12. This is what I have to say about this jab, this infamous jab, right? Jeffrey, did Mikey Garcia have to take that jab away from rounds 3 to 12? Did Mikey Garcia have to take it away? All I'm doing is asking. Did Danny Garcia have to take the jab away? I'm not going to go to your Denis Ugas because he stopped boxing. But Danny Garcia, though, he understood what it was. Danny Garcia was there to move around. And yeah, he took some punishment, but Danny Garcia light skinned. If the air blow a little bit more too aggressively and a piece of old candy wrapper hit Danny Garcia in the forehead, he's gonna bruise. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna bruise, dog. So for Spence to go over there and land some shots and sell it to the crowd, man, that's sparring. That ain't nothing spectacular. It's not like Danny didn't land any shots, but the say that Bud has to take away a jab. Look, you're not gonna find too many fighters there, Jeffrey, that's gonna fight and win a fight like Devin Haney did with George Kambosos. It just isn't gonna happen. And I'll be extreme temporary boxing fan if I attempted to compare Terrence Crawford to George Kambosos, because he don't come nowhere close to having mimicking boxing style as George Kambosos. So I can't even put Terrence Crawford in a position with Errol Spence Jr. to basically say, well, if I'm comparing fights, I'm going to compare Crawford Spence to Kambosos Haney. No, not at all. Not at all. Because for one, Crawford has foot movement, his boxing IQ. He has his overall experience on the championship level. He's a beast at what he does. He has multiple tools to his arsenal. And I don't think a jab is going to be something that stalemates Terrence Crawford. Yeah, he has a good jab. And people are freaking enamored with the jab. I get it. But you're talking about an elite fighter across from you. You think they're not looking at film on how to, counter the jab? Absolutely, they're gonna counter the jab, bro. They're gonna counter the jab, man. They're absolutely going to counter. They're going to find a way to counter the jab. They're going to find a way to elude the jab. They're going to find a way to stick their own jab out there and stab them with their own jab. That jab, people are just thinking, oh man, he going to jab them up top, jab them up top. Nah, man, you can jab them to the body. You can jab them up top. It's a game plan for a reason. Has any of these combat media platforms talked to David Avanesian and asked him his prediction on the fight? Is he's still amongst the living? Crawford finished this fight in round 9. Finished this fight in round 9 via violent KO. Well, David Avanesian and his trainer came on, you know what I'm saying, when he was about to fight with BLK Prime. We do know that. We do know that. But as far as the aftermath, the aftermath, I think he's still living off that check and he's enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Avanesian probably sleeping. Hey man, Avanesian man, he was able to walk out of the Coliseum. I guess I'm supposed, and nothing never hit the blog that he was still asleep. Bud would figure out him. Also, I think Bud would start fast. I can't believe people are believing that. For one, they keep saying Bud is 36 years old. He's 35. He has a birthday in September. And Spence, he just had a birthday in January. So Spence is 33. You know what I'm saying? So I keep hearing people talk about, oh man, he ain't gonna have his legs. What type of people are you dealing with? Like real talk, what type of people are you dealing with here? Like, do y'all not understand how the physical anatomy work? It all depends on how you took care of your body, how injury free you were. You know what I'm saying? How did you take care the entire components of your physical anatomy? People are just looking at age and not understanding how long George Foreman was out of the sport, came back for a couple of fights and went in there against Michael Moore at 45 years old. People are not looking at freaking B.Hop. They're not looking at Archie Moore. You know what I'm saying? They keep thinking. They say they want to talk boxing, but they're not looking at the cats that was old who ended up picking up championships. Fighters who came back and was still able to get it done. Why we keep on acting like, hey, these fighters are over the hill. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao. They refuse to look at Manny Pacquiao and criticize him like they doing Crawford. How old was Manny Pacquiao when he defeated Keith Thurman recently? And why isn't people giving him credit for fighting and beating a younger Keith Thurman? But yet, you know what I'm saying? They look at Crawford, who's 35 years old, and they don't even want to put him in the same conversation of Manny Pacquiao. They'll say Manny Pacquiao, legend. He this, he's that. He fought 8 divisions. But you got a fighter right here that's not even close to Manny Pacquiao's age yet. And you keep on acting like he's over the hill, and he showed no signs. No signs now. His legs are gone. Shout out to you, Carlos. Salute to you, bro. Thank you for pulling up. Yeah, man. Man, dude, it's good you mentioned that, Don, because he also hit Sean Porter to the body. I mean, why are they sitting up here trying to dilute the situation? Well, we can't talk no Spence talk. We can't talk no Crawford talk on here. This is not the live. We're gonna use that for the next hot grease segment. I can't sit up here and put it out there. But yeah, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. You know what I'm saying? For this topic, I already gave him enough cameo. An hour, almost 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? But shout out Team Crawford. I know y'all up there in the clouds in Colorado Springs. You on step 6,142. You know what I'm saying? Put that work in. We know what you about. We know what you're gonna do on July 29th. You about to make history once again. You know what I'm saying? Two-time undisputed, make history once again. And for those of you that tuned in, shout out to all y'all. Salute. Continue to support the channel. Sub, man. Sub to the channel. Hit the like button on the content, man. I appreciate y'all messing with me, supporting the channel, listening in. I'm out.